Hello, goblins. It's Chris, Eldritch Pipes. It's this week's pipes. It's on time for the first time in a little while. I'm smoking Carolina Red Flake with Perique. Very important. Before I get onto the subject of pipes, let's discuss watching things. I've been watching some things recently. I went to the cinema to see Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which I really enjoyed. I've seen reviewers saying all kinds of things about it, and I don't know what they're getting at. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, that's all there is to say about it. It's not exactly one that is going to confound you, draw you in with mysteries. It's not exactly a twisty-turny plot. It's just a straightforward superhero blockbuster. And as you know, you have to try hard to mess these things up. Not that they haven't ever messed things up. They have messed one or two things up, but they haven't messed this one up. And the other thing is a TV series. I got put onto this by Phil Bennett, who I was talking to last week when we were journeying to and from the pipe do that we were at, and talking about stuff that we were watching. And he put me on to Brand New Cherry Flavour, which is on Netflix. And I had seen it, but I didn't know what it was about, so I kind of skimmed past it. But he said, no, give it a go. So we did. And I've now just got 2 episodes to go of the 8-episode season, and it's really good. Weird, yes. Witchy, yes. And bizarreness. So it's all good, but the characters in it are great, and the story is intriguing. So if that sounds intriguing to you, you're gonna like it. All right. Pipes. I have 3 pipes this week. None available, I'm afraid. I am all out at the moment. And I'm probably going to be out for at least the next week or 2. There's things I've got to get into place. I've got to make some pipes for certain events and things. And so I've just got to get some under my belt. So I'm not going to have any available for at least a couple of weeks. But I'm still going to show what I'm making. So the first 2 pipes are a single commission. It was a 2-pipe commission. And some interesting pipes for 2 different reasons. Let's have a look. This first, a slenderman. We have a pair of slenderman men. Slenderman. This in a chocolate sandblast. But if you remember, was it 2 weeks ago when I was showing off the first successful experiment of the amber with a swirl? So it was the vintage colours with a swirl, and the first one that I felt I'd nailed was the amber. So he said, "Let's try it." So it was a good first run for this material. If you follow me on social media, you'll have seen this. But the stain just came out really nicely. Yeah, I couldn't have asked for more. Loads of depth in it. the amber just worked really well with the chocolate. I had a feeling it might, but I was really pleased. Just the kind of like the flare that comes off from the chocolate is harmonious, but it's kind of vibrant as well. This blast is just very nice. It's just sort of revealing some texture, plenty of ring grain, plenty of straight grain, but it's not there's no real depth to it. It's just a nice textural finish. Pretty dense plateau. And yeah, a successful Slenderman with, I think I've settled on calling this Amber Flame, Arcturian Amber Flame. I've decided I'm not going to call it Swirl. That was a bit boring. I think each one's going to get its own thing. I'm on the Yeti. I think I'm pretty close to calling it Yeti Blizzard or something like that. I'll put this down. Right. So the second pipe of the two-pipe commission is this is, I would say this is one of my top favourite pipes to make. There's just such a lot that goes into it. It's always satisfying to sort of bring that pipe when it comes together at the end. I just love it. It is a snail. This one is in a black sandblast. There's so many features to this. Obviously, we've got the calabash bowl. I really like the skirt. That takes quite a little while doing that, believe it or not. It's one of the last elements to go in, and before then, it's like it's not quite right until this detailing comes in. That goes on, and then all of a sudden in my mind, oh yeah, that's right, it's a snail. There's kind of this asymmetry going on in the top of the bowl. You kind of like have this like false rim, but then you have a dip, and then you have the actual rim of the bowl in the center. You have this like subtle S going from front to back. It's kind of it's different every time because every block of briar gives you something different at this end, because at this end is the plateau. That is obviously in this form the foot of the snail. And so it always comes out just a little differently. Some straight grain on the bowl. I'm not sure exactly where, I can't remember where the centre of the block would have been. I think it might have been some up here. And usually the grain tends to run that way along the bowl because it's like heading towards up here. But actually, for some reason, on this one, it just runs up the bowl, almost as if I planned it that way. My stamp went on the foot there. And mother of pearl stem. Usually this gets paired with the iridescent snail, which is where I do the shell in resin. But this time it's just with the black, which actually makes the stem really stand out. Mother of pearl stem. Part carved, which is always fun. So there you go. fun pipe to make. Final pipe. All right. This is the first pipe I've made for a new customer. This is for Dan Pancaldi. Now, I'll just give a shout out to his channel. He's got two of them. One of them is called No Enemies Here, but his pipe channel, the one dedicated to tobacco reviews, and I've done an interview on there as well, and he's interviewed people from Cornell and Deal, and all that good pipe stuff, is called, and I have to be very careful when I say this, Focker's Circus. Right, with 2 K's and O. Yeah. Now, there was a few things going on with this one. Now, he didn't ask for something specific. He asked for the next crazy thing that I make. And so, in fact, he asked for 3 of the next crazy things I make. And I said, how about we do one pipe at a time? Because you never know what's going to come out of my head. So we might, if we do it one pipe at a time, you can decide if you like what you're getting. And he has so far. Now, there's more to this pipe. There's more to the inspiration of this pipe than I'm going to tell you here today, because I think some of it I'll leave for Dan to talk about when he gets it. Because some of the inspiration for this pipe came from Dan, and it's sort of, those elements are sort of in harmony with his stuff, which if you know his channel, you'll understand when you get it. But I'll talk about my inspiration for this pipe. All right, so what are you looking at? I've called this a hydrothermal vent because that was my sort of shape inspiration. If you've ever seen like pictures of like, they call them extremophiles. It's life that lives in extreme environments. And one of the most extreme environments is around a hydrothermal vent. I think I'm right in saying that they are volcanic openings on a deep sea bed. They're intensely hot. They're usually highly sulfurous, and there's like zero sunlight, so it's a fairly inhospitable place to exist. I'm trying to show all my little details that I've carved in, because there's like lumps and bumps and crevices. And then to go with the colour theme, this is like a black and red. It's looking more black on screen, but there is a healthy dose of red in there. And then around the rim, I just the idea of a vent just gave me certain ideas, and I just went with them. So it's almost part sea life, part vent. And as you can see, this is I did cast a special piece of resin for this, black, red and white, which I'm not going to go into. That'll be part for Dan to explain there. It had a very vague, it's got some core DNA with the night gaunt, because I wanted this extravagant stem for it. You know, when you see like these temperature maps, and these like have like bright red flumes coming off them, because it's like super hot. So there you go. Hydrothermal vent. That's my last pipe for this week. So that was a crazy little jaunt there. Some of my more unusual pipes this week. Okay, that's it for now. All being well, I shall be back for this week's pipes next week. So till then, take it very easy. Your loyal pipe maker.